I went to the kitchen, nikachukua kisu. Nikasema huyu mtu ananibeba aje yani. I went and I found him, he was sleeping and I lifted the knife. Ile tu now you are shaking, I shake like kushake kabisa and I dropped the knife. We were communicating with William by then, ile tu, how are you?
I would see the way they were behaving, you know, even the communication would just tell you, these people are not close enough. So one day I just told her, you know what I think? We should just take this thing to the next level. And what about my children? I told her those children are my own children. We are not of the same ethnic group. I am Luya, she is Kikuyu. So now, initially, I have an uncle who had an incident previously. He had married a Kikuyu lady and then things didn't work out. So when I had left my place, I let my mom know a month later. Both of us don't have dads. Our dads passed on a few years ago. So our mothers are alive. So then I call my mom, I tell her what happened between me and the previous relationship, and then she was now telling me, why did you leave and did not tell me? So I told her, as a mother, I know if I had told you, you'd say you want to come. But we have tried solving this thing and it is not working. So I've decided to go out of my way to live, first of all, my own life. We take a break. So then during this interrogation, she tells me, if you do not go back to that house and you decide to move on, please don't bring me a Kikuyu girl. And this time, during this time, I have a friend who I think might be my next girl, if I might say, but she's Kikuyu. And my mother is telling me, if I remember what your uncle went through, I don't want you to bring me a Kikuyu. Well, so then I kept quiet. So after 2 months, I spoke to my elder sister. And then I told her, you remember this lady you used to see us together some time back? I'm thinking of starting now a family with her. And then now I told her I have not told mom because mom had her own reservations. We talked, my sister listened to me, and then she told me the best policy is just honesty. Just tell mom. Then whatever happens, happens. So I tell mom, there's a girl, yes, and I don't know if you will like this, but if you get to meet her, she's a really, really, really nice person. So then I started telling mom, huyu msichana, wewe umjui. Even if she's Kikuyu, you just leave her alone, you'll see. So mom told me, are you sure this time? Then I told her, yes. Whatever happens, I don't think I have any other option. So in my heart of hearts, I just believed that maybe the third time is a charm. So I got to introduce her now to my mother. But before I introduced her to my mother, before we even got really serious, her brother, her youngest brother, their last born, flew into the country sometime December. And then he came over, we were just talking, we were having a chat, and then he told me, I'll be taking this family home. And he told me, would you mind coming with us so that we can go over for Christmas? And I told him, I'll let you know. I don't know if my schedule will allow me, but I'll let you know. So then when the time came, we went. And that is how I got to meet your mom. But if I might take us back a little, when we came in, you noticed she was working on one crutch. So one morning, she woke up and left the house to go for work. So when she went, she boarded one of these matatus. And that morning I had taken our daughter, the second born, to go board her bus to go to school. So while she was boarding the bus, in fact, before the bus got there, she gave me a call and told me, would you please come to this location? I've had an accident. And so she did not explain, but I would hear she was in pain. So first of all, I gave the girl had me talk to her. And then I asked, are you badly injured? She just said yes. So then the girl asked me, what is wrong? I told her, no, you go to school, I want to go see mom. She tells me she has had a small accident. So then she went. And then now she was taken to hospital. We called the sister came, and I was supposed to go to work. So I left them going on with the process, then went to work. Other people came and then helped her. But she's the one who can paint the vivid picture of what happened on that morning. Myself, I just came, found her lying there. A good Samaritan was helping her. It was a hit and run, actually. So I found her with this good Samaritan trying to take care of the leg. And then the guy told me, are you the one she was calling? I said, yes. So if I leave you, are you okay? I said, it's okay. So we got her in the car, took her to hospital, and then now she was taken care of. And during this accident now is when now our challenges in the relationship seriously began at this time. So you can take it now from there.
Yeah, no, it was just that bad in that morning. Nilianguka niliingia kwa gari and I remembered, nimesahau kitu kwa nyumba. Nikaambia konda, ona, nishukishe. Kuna kitu nimesahau. Na unajua sasa ni asubuhi, ni ile wako rush hour, and he's like, ulikuwa unapanda gari ya nini? Nikamwambia, mimi upanda hii gari every morning. Ama niende bure. Akasema, sasa ile nikishuka, akarestart gari kama sijakanyanga. No, that is what happened. Nilikanyanga and the leg ikatan. Hiyo process ya hosi nini. And to be sincere, that is now that's when you know who are your friends. Who is that person now you say that this is my friend? And it was, I just thank God for, I said everything happens for a reason. And I said that is why it happened that way. Ili wenye si wakwako wangore tu waende tu, you remained with those who, and it happened. And that is when I realized he's really a gentleman, because I was expecting like, hivi tena. Now I'm leaving. But to be sincere, he's the only person who stood with me and I was like, oh, seriously? And I thank God for him.
Now, remember this time, she's now left the previous relationship and we are together. So in some quarters, it is said that Mungu alikuwa anatupiga kiboko. Because now we are like, we destroyed, when you don't overshare, people tend to form their own opinions. So as for myself, including the bishop she's talking about, he did not know what was going on in my life. He just knew that I come to church every Sunday, I do my duties, but he did not know what was going on. But the pastor did know. So it is, at least the pastor had a rough idea. I remember one day the bishop was preaching and he said, we are not in a funeral. You can afford a smile. And now I was flashing back in my life. I don't see anything to smile about during those days. So this time, when she had this accident, we lost very, very many friends. Friends that we actually considered to be very close to us. So all we had were ourselves, our families, and a few true friends now. And we went through this period. During this time, while the brother came, the leg was still in the cast, the plaster, what most people call it. It was a full cast. So people went home, came back. And then we noticed this leg has not healed completely. When now we went for the final checkup. When the cast was taken off, I remember the doctor asking, while you were away these previous days before we met, did you fall down? And then I wondered, why is this doctor asking if she fell down? So she said no. Later we came to realize that when the cast was put, that kind of injury is not supposed to be fully cast. Half a cast just to support it as the bones continue healing. So they had done a full cast. So these bones were healing but deformed. So they were not okay. So when the cast was taken away, that leg did not really look like a leg. It was something, it was not pleasing to the sight. So I looked at her, and then she asked me, what do you think? I told her, you are fine, you'll be okay. So we consulted a few doctors. And then one of the doctors, a very good friend of ours, she called one of her friends, and then the friends told us that leg requires special care. So then now she gave us a contact, and then we called that doctor. He told us where their hospital was. They deal exclusively with Martha's bones. To cut the long story short, she underwent surgery now. Remember, this bone has already healed for over 2 months, so it is healed but not the way it's supposed to be. She can't walk. So now we took her in for surgery. It was performed on her, I believe, on a Thursday. We went back to see her on Friday. And then she was now cleared to come back home. So the healing process now started from there. Some of the friends we had lost, now after all this was happening, after now she had recovered, some of them now started coming back to find out, some to find information to take elsewhere. After now realizing, so we had to sit together and do an audit of the people we need to keep and those that we need to leave out of our lives. So I was telling her, I have friends, yes, but there are those that I think do not add so much value to me. So some of them cut themselves off actually because of those troubles, because you know, surgery and treatment are things that involve funds. So maybe some of them left thinking that they'll start calling us, asking us for money. And so from there, I'd already told you that my mom was really against anything to do with Kikuyu. So but right now, I'm the one, when I'm in their presence, I feel like an outsider now. They're the best of friends. Yeah. So when we went to see my mom, I remember they used to talk on phone. So I gave her a preview of our relationship, of what is going on in our lives. And then I told her when she gets better, before she's even completely healed, I'll bring her over. So we went, saw mom, and she liked her. They just clicked from day one. And from that time, I just felt wow, I thought this would be very, very, very difficult. My mom was really against anything to do with Kikuyu, so but right now, I'm the one, when I'm in their presence, I feel like an outsider now. They're the best of friends.
Yeah.
So when we went to see my mom, I remember they used to talk on phone, so I gave her a preview of our relationship, of what is going on in our lives. And then I told her when she gets better, before she's even completely healed, I'll bring her over. So we went, saw mom, and she liked her. They just clicked from day one. And from that time, I just felt, wow, I thought this would be very, very, very difficult. And her mom, tell us from your side now.
Now here comes my mom. Okay, nimepata, okay, hiyo sasa nimetoka, nimeanza, and nimekaa kwanza hiyo muda tu, nimekaa tu, I'm just trying to kujitafuta tu nijue what I want. So tumepatana, tumeanza a relationship now, we are dating. Ndio sasa my mom happened, she will come, and the time she was to come, the time I was to go to a clinic for sasa nini. So walikuja, he was not around, akakam. Now that is when I told her how things are now. I had to nimwambie, now I am with William. This guy is not a cute, and she was like, guy, si Kikuyu now, how will you be able to? Nikamwambia, don't worry, ma'am, he's a good guy. In fact, he's a very, very good guy. So tukihappen hivyo kuongea, my second born akasikia tukiongea, anamuuliza, hey, unasema Willy? Yeah, and he's like, namwambia, sema, hey, kwanza tumemiss. And mom was like, hey, kumbe hata watoto wanamjua. Yeah, I thought, nilikuwa nafikiria tu itakuwa ile msukumano, lakini it flowed like, hata ni ile tu unauliza God,
why didn't you come earlier?
Ile tu, as in, this thing is flowing, as in, hakuna pingamizi, inajileta tu. Yeah, and akakuwa sasa tunaanza my introduction. Akakuwa tu accepted. My people even didn't. Hawakupiga venye nilikuwa nafikiria. Now they are like, oh Jackie, no, why? As in, they are like, this guy is so nice. Even the kids are like, kwanza huyu mdogo, mom, yani every time anataka kumuona tu, anataka kukua karibu na yeye. Until to date, akijaribu kuchelewa, hata yeye ndiye atampigia. Anamuuliza, kwani haukuji, kwani uko? Yani the bond was like amazing tu, hata ninasemanga tu, okay, there is God. Yani senye una feel like uko down tu kabisa, hapo ndio na yeye Mungu ana like, yeah. Mimi kwangu, I can't regret. As in the way I was expecting life will, okay, as it causes challenges, but mimi naweza sema, yani, this is the best thing that has ever happened to me. Yani finding a person of your dreams, mwenye ulikuwa tu unaomba. I was a church girl kutoka kitambo, tumelelewa church. Na kuna zile desires tu ulikuwa unamake, unasema, I would love this. And I always find them in him, and praying that it won't change. Yani, you stick to them. Like, I can't complain. Challenges just ndio ziko. Kuna hizi tu zenye ziko. Saa zingine hakuna do, saa zingine such. But mimi life ya like marriage venye tulichukuana, I can say I'm the happiest woman. I don't feel stressed. yani he's just straight, atakwambia tu, yani ako open tu, atakwambia tu if ni hivi, if I don't like this, I don't like it, and I'm just so grateful. I can't complain.
For people who are going through different kinds of challenges in marriage, I wouldn't say that it is easy. And sometimes, even as she says that we found the best in each other, maybe we would not be this good to each other if we had not gone through the things we went through. As she says, things happen for a reason. So it is unfortunate that we had to learn through those experiences that were not so nice, but they have opened our minds to different things. Because you see now, when you come together as different people from different backgrounds, used to doing things differently, you won't expect the other person to do things as you might want. But marriage is just basically hard work. If you do not work on it, even if you have the best of intentions, it will not work. Because what is good to me might not be very good to her. So unless you communicate and you open up to each other, you let the other one know when maybe they are wrong, or when they are doing, you know, when they are doing the right thing, you cheer them on. When they are not doing the right thing, you correct, but in love. If you don't do it that way, you might just still keep going from one relationship to another. And you'll keep saying people are toxic, and maybe you are the toxic one. So basically it is just hard work. If you do not work on it, it will not work out. You just have to give your all. And let's just say it is like taking a risk, because I might come with the best of intentions, and for her, if she does not have good intentions, maybe she just wants to, if she was going through a bad time, she wants to get back, maybe to get back now to, there are those who say, let me also get another son of a woman and show him what I went through now to revenge. Then you see now it might not work. But I could say the life we are living, actually we enjoy our marriage a lot, because we know what pain is. We know what you might not want to get from the other person. So coming from that background, then now you know how to treat your partner and how to handle difficult situations when they arise.
To be sincere, I just want to advise women. We go through a lot sometimes. Una feel like you utaki kuwaona, you don't want to see a man near you. It reached at a point myself na feel sitaki, I don't want to see, as in sitaki mwanaume. And I can just say, let's pray hard. Mungu tu anajua. If you ukimjulisha tu your desires, anajua tu. I went through that hard time. In fact, yangu hata karibu ifike kwa depression. I remember one day we went to the hospital, me, him and the wife, and the doctor told us, wewe usipochunga, I was talking like I am, ninajitoa tu, naambia daktari, ninajitoa tu, and she was like, usipochunga wewe, where you are heading to, because sometimes utafika tu unasikia pressure ndo hiyo imepanda. So what I'll say, let us keep pressing on. It is not the end of it, as in ufikirie umefika ile mwisho kabisa. Press on, omba, God is there. Just pray the right prayer. Be to God what you desire to. Mimi sasa hiyo ndio tu ilikuwa prayer yangu. God. In fact, I was praying that prayer nikiwa kwambia to God, God, this is not what I've asked you for. I went through the first marriage. Now this one, why? Why am I to go through all this? Kwani destiny yangu iko aje? So just change or show me the way. And for real, mimi naweza sema tu, people kwa macho ya watu ni tofauti sana. They will judge you, they will say all kind of things, but deep inside you, you know yourself and you know what you are going through. What I can advise, usikae kwa ndoa eti juu, you know, we stay kwa ndoa sometimes for the kids. Unasema now, look at my kids. Because sometimes that was what was making me stay. Juu ninawaangalia tu and I'm like, no, these 3 kids. Na ni kweli tu unakuta tu umeambiwa unaenda wapi na watoto 3. And I'm like, na ni kweli sasa hawa nitaenda nao wapi? Where will I start with these 3 kids? Don't stay in a toxic relationship because of your... Watoto wako wako na future, imagine. Wako na maisha yao. This is your life. And you have to live your life. No matter what, no matter the stress, or you have your life. I'm just happy right now. I can say, mimi Mungu have answered my prayers. Kwa macho ya watu wengine, yes, maybe they see me as a sinner, nimefanya dhambi, but in the eyes of God, mimi umwambia, you know me better than anybody else. You know what I went through. Zile nilivumilia, wewe ndio unajua. To the point of where I am right now. Only you know.
Babe, me, if I was told to do it again, I have always held a conviction that I would still pick you. From the things that we have gone through, from the life that we are having right now, I really feel appreciated, respected, loved. This is just the life that I would want and I would wish for, even for our kids when they get to this stage of marriage. I would love them to go through a marriage like ours, or even a better one. I feel very much respected, appreciated, and loved. I just love you a lot. Thank you for being there for me when I needed you, and thank you for loving me when I had lost hope.
I just love you so much, and I bless the Lord for bringing you into my life. I never thought that love is so sweet, and I thank God for that, and I thank you for that, for loving me, for accepting me for whom I am and my children. And I'm just the happiest woman, I can say. I'm never stressed ati nitaka hivyo nifikirie anything. I just thank you, and I promise to love you forever, if I can say, if life allows us. Yeah, I love you so much.